What's up, guys? It's Rob here, and we have some great news today for Sundial stock and Tilray stock, SNDL and TLRY. We have some great news. They're both up huge. If you look at the charts, you can see that Sundial has been having massive price movements today, as has Tilray. Tilray's have actually outperformed Sundial's. It's up about 13%. Sundial is currently being trapped by this 70-cent level, right? If it had continued rising, as had Tilray, it would likely have a similar percentage gain. However, the first time it hit the 70-cent level, bounced off and is now rebounding and testing it again. So we're going to have to see what happens with that. But there is some amazing news for both of these stocks and for all cannabis stocks in general, right? Aurora Cannabis, Organigram, these stocks are all up in big ways. And there is a very important reason why, right? And we've already talked about this on the channel, but we will talk about this because it's been finalized, basically, right? The California governor signs a historic bill to legalize smokable hemp and CBD edibles. So very important news, right? Basically, this means that in California, smokable hemp and CBD edibles are going to be legalized, which I guess they weren't before. CBD edibles seem to be legal pretty much everywhere, according to at least where I live. I think they're legal, but I guess smokable hemp has not been, right? At least in California. So this is basically going to give companies like Sundial, like Tilray, like Organigram, HEXO Group, whatever you want, all of those cannabis companies, a much bigger opportunity to move into California in the CBD space and the hemp space, right? Basically, before now, they've only been able to sell, I suppose, cannabis, which has been made, illegal by the federal government, and I believe CBD is not illegal federally. So it is actually, I think, bankable, right? You can actually use credit cards and whatnot to buy this kind of stuff. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that most of the regulations which companies like Sundial and Tilray have been struggling with have been related to finance, right? They haven't been able to be banking with the cash that they get from cannabis sales. And now that they can actually sell CBD and the like, they may be able to start using banks to some extent, right? That could actually be very good for their business model. So overall, this is a small drop in the bucket regarding where we need to be with this whole cannabis legalization situation, right? Obviously, these companies have much further to go. If you look at the yearly chart, you can see that we're still down a ton off of these highs, right? Up massively on the year, at least for Sundial, for Tilray as well. We're up fairly large. However, we are off the highs massively from where we were when legalization was looking like it may be more available to people, right? That people were expecting around this time that legalization might be on the horizon as Democrats overtook a lot of seats in the House. They overtook the presidency. This was right after the elections, as well as the fact that many states decided to pass legalization for cannabis, and there was a lot of hype surrounding these stocks as well, right? But it basically started around here, right after the election, continued spiking up massively, and that was true for all of these cannabis stocks, right? Now that we have this, now that we're actually starting to see some legalization take shape, not necessarily for cannabis, right, but for CBD and hemp, it could be a step in the right direction, and I think could potentially instigate a lot more legalization talks in Congress, right? If the California governor, that's the fifth largest economy in the world, I believe, not the fifth largest state in the world, right? It's the biggest economy in the United States, but the fifth largest economy in the entire world, California is. It's bigger than most countries. Now that they're legalizing this for their citizens, it's very possible that other places are going to look at doing the same, and that would just be great news for Sundial and Tilray. Now, for Sundial, I think the key will be breaking the 70-cent level. I think that's going to be a little difficult, right? You can see that we've been rejected twice. We're going to have to see if we can pump up above that. I wouldn't be surprised if we did. I think it should be something that we can definitely accomplish today. It'll be difficult, but I think we can do it. Tilray is up massively, and there are some reasons for that, right? Tilray has actually overtaken Sundial search volume-wise. These are charts for both of them on Google Trends, and Tilray is the red line, Sundial is the blue line. Normally, Sundial outshines Tilray a bit, and that was true except for today. Tilray just popped up above Sundial, so Tilray is actually now ranking higher search volume-wise than Sundial was, and is the #1 trending stock on StockTwits. It's not the most active, but it is the #1 trending, so it's recently been moving up. If you look at the most active, it's not even up there yet, but it could be over the next couple of days if this rally in Tilray's price continues. Now, both Tilray and Sundial essentially, have the same kind of business model. However, Tilray has been receiving this news fairly better, right? It's up massively on Wall Street Bets and on Reddit. It's the #10 most talked about stock there, up 39 places today, up 825% mention-wise. And if you want to find Sundial, well, let's just find it right now. Sundial is all the way down at 39, up 56 spots, but still at about a 4 times lower than where Tilray is on Reddit and Wall Street Bets. Now, it's possible that Sundial, if we can break this 70-cent level, will be climbing much higher, right? Sundial is a much more volatile stock than Tilray because it is very cheap, and it has actually been taken to as a great meme stock / investment for people on Reddit and Wall Street Bets. So it definitely has the potential to bump up much higher than Tilray in the short term, right? If it does get a lot of momentum behind it, I think that people will rally to it. However, Tilray over the long term does have slightly better fundamentals than Sundial does. They're both decent companies, in my opinion, especially with the way legalization is looking to be likely on the horizon. However, Tilray does have slightly stronger fundamentals, which is likely why on this fundamental news, right, that the California governor is signing this bill into law, that Tilray is actually moving up higher than the other cannabis companies, right? If you look at Aurora or Organigram, they're all up around similar percentages as Sundial. However, Sundial has been stopped by this 70-cent level. I think it would have gone much higher if this 70-cent level wasn't there. I think that it would have had the opportunity to grow probably to a similar level as Tilray or greater. However, that wasn't the case, right? Tilray has been doing incredibly well. It is now one of the top trending stocks, not just on StockTwits. It's getting to be one of the top trending stocks on Reddit and Wall Street Bets and on Google as well, right? We're having all-time highs for Tilray's search, right? We're looking at a ranking of 100, which is the highest you can get. So very impressive all around for Tilray. I am very bullish on this, right? We had a fake out a little bit ago. If you look at the past 30 days, especially at the Sundial chart, you'll see this fake out is something that we talked about when they actually first started discussing this bill, and I believe it was when the Senate passed the bill, which has now been signed into law by the governor. So we're going to have to see if this news that it's now actually law can boost this stock up a bit. I'm hoping that it can. I'm hoping that Sundial can come back. I'm still a big holder in Sundial. I'm a big holder in Tilray. And, obviously, this is just my opinion, right? None of this is financial advice. I'm not telling you guys to buy these stocks or anything about them, right? I'm just telling you guys the news that just came out and my opinions on these stocks. So that's really what I've got for you guys today. If you've enjoyed the video, then feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I will definitely be covering these stocks in the future. So if you want to see more of them, then feel free to subscribe and join the family down below. So other than that, guys, have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.